So here's most of the VHSs I own put out right here. And yeah, we're going to go through them. So right here we have all the Columbia TriStar VHSs I own. Now, most of these, so like all of these, with the exception of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, were all ones from like my original 5 years of collecting that I still own. So, yeah. Then from Charlotte's Web all the way to the Manchurian Canada are all my Paramount VHSs. And the ones from the original 5 years of collecting that I still have are A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Days of Thunder, and The Manchurian Candidate. The rest were from 2023 onwards. Now, Universal tapes, all of these ones are from the original 5 years of collecting. And these are the only Universals that I still have, or the ones that did not get thrown out accidentally. Moving on, right here are MGM, and the only ones from here that weren't a part of the original 5 years of collecting are The Princess Bride, West Side Story, This is Spinal Tap, and that's it. Next is the 20th Century Fox VHSs. And the only ones from here that were a part of the 5 years of collecting are My Fair Lady, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Independence Day, Where the Heart Is, and X-Men. The rest I've collected from 2023 onwards. You'll notice that Never Been Kissed was one that I had, but this is one that I've regained back in the collection. And then all these clamshells right here, excluding Jonah, are all from the 5 years of collecting that I've done. This VHS of Toy Story I had since I was a kid. Like back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. And I still have it with me. I'm so thankful that this one did not get thrown out. So piece of my childhood is still with me. These cut boxes survived. And then all of these, excluding Shrek 2, are from the 5 years of collecting that are still around. Another lineup of VHSs that didn't get thrown out, and I'm happy that I still have them, are my Star Wars VHSs. All of these are from the 5 years of collecting. Something that mostly wasn't from the 5 years of collecting are my Thomas VHSs. The only ones that were from the 5 years of collecting are James Learns a Lesson, Thomas Percy and the Dragon, and Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Oh, and Steamies vs. Diesels. But everything else, 2023 onwards. And then something I'm starting from the ground up again is my VeggieTales collection. All the old ones from the 5 years of collecting are gone. So I've decided to, I was without knowing, earlier this year, starting up my VeggieTales collection again. I couldn't believe I didn't really know I was starting it over again. But yes. Ones that I did own. Alright, so I still don't have every copy on the first 5 years. Like, I do not have the 1998 award or 2000 lyric prints of Where's God When I'm Scared anymore. But I still do have the episode. The only releases or like copies, well, like, these aren't the same, it's not the same copy, but the same releases that I had from the 5 years of collecting go as follow. The late 90s lyric print of God Wants Me to Forgive Them. The lyric print of Dave and the Giant Pickle, late 90s. The 98 Word VHS of Toilet Safe Christmas. The 2000s lyric print of Josh and the Big Wall in the green cassette. The original print of Madame Blueberry. The original print of Silly Sing Along 2. And the original print of Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed. All the others I've gotten, all these ones, like, say, the 2000 print of Rumor Weed, the lyric print of Esther, the lyric print of Lyle, the 99 word print of Very Silly Songs, all were, like, from after the 5 years of collecting. So, yeah, that's it for those. Now, if we come down here and open this up, are all my Warner Brothers slipcovers. My Warner Brothers clamshells were all, like, dumped. The ones from the none of the Warner Brothers clamshells from the 5 years of collecting are still around. They're all gone, sadly, but I have most of the slipcovers. Every slipcover from the 5 years of collecting is all here, with the exception of two, those being The Negotiator and Driven, the Sylvester Stallone movie. Those ones did get thrown out, but I'm not too upset about those. I do want to get Driven back in the collection at some point, but it's not like a real loss for those, because I still have most of the ones that I've gotten. Aha! That's how you open a door. Anyways, and then right up here are all, like, the rest of my Buena Vista VHSs. This whole section is for Touchstone, Miramax, Dimension, and Hollywood Pictures. The rest of the Touchstone VHSs are covered up by these ones. But yes, like, the ones, these are also, like, a majority of these ones, like, now, none of these got thrown out. So, thankfully, the ones that I did get from, like, the 5 years of collecting for, let's say, Halloween H2O, While You Were Sleeping, Tombstone, Sixth Sense, Good Will Hunting, Life is Beautiful, Serendipity, and all the other ones are from the 5 years of collecting. So I'm very happy that none of the ones that I had from the 5 years of collecting got thrown out. And that just wraps up the VHSs. A really, like, long, complex lineup of them. And of course you have my update videos where I showcase new physical media, but if you also want to keep in track of everything that I own on both VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K, I have 4 lists on my Letterboxd page dedicated to these 4 formats. And by going there, you'll see that everything I own, at least anything that's on that Letterboxd has. So those are 2 ways to keep it, to, like, follow up on what I have in my collection.